Okay, here's a little teaser about the implementation of input, or inpoot, inpoot is what it is called now. You can go to inpoot.com and search for that, and it should get you to the page as soon as I get everything up. It'll be on GitHub probably within a week or two after the posting of this video. So there's just a little bit of a teaser to show you how you can use this plugin to help you make games or interfaces that abstract out all the inputs like keyboard, mouse, and gamepads. So this is the demo page. This is what it will look like. As you can see, it's very simple. So there's 4 players for this particular game or interface, and then there's a button here that's wired to the UI of the inpoot plugin. So right now, if I hit keys, I don't get anything. Nothing happens. There's 4 players, but those 4 players aren't mapped to any actions. So if I click and open up the UI of the plugin, I see that the max players for this game have been set to 4. None of them have actions that are mapped. These will be red, so there's a bug that's filed to fix that, but there's no action set up, so no one can interact right now with this game. In mappings, there's no mappings, which means that the actions aren't mapped to any type of inputs like keyboards or controllers or the mouse. And then in calibrate, I've gone ahead and calibrated the Xbox 360 controller and PlayStation 3 controller. So when I turn those on, these will light up and the players will be able to use this. So let's do that now. I have an Xbox 360 controller here. I'm going to turn it on. It'll light up, and I have a PlayStation 3 wireless controller. I'm going to hit the power button on this guy, and that will turn on. So as you can see, for the Xbox 360 controller, it's wired up already. You might have to do that ahead of time or make sure the plugin is linked to the web services, which are to come very soon. And then same thing with PlayStation. So for this game, there's 4 players, so we need action maps. The actions for this game have already been set. So in the mappings, I should be able to control how those are mapped. So let's create a new one. First, we want to know that the first person is on keyboard. So I'll do keyboard. We'll say player 1. We don't really need the mouse at this point. Okay, so the first player, we haven't hooked this up in the game yet, so let's just do movement. Move forward. On the keyboard, let's do arrows first. So move forward, we're going to do arrow up. I just hit the arrow up key on my keyboard. Move backward. Arrow down. Move left, new combination. Arrow left. Move right. Arrow right. So this one's done. Let's do another mapping. We'll call this one keyboard 2. And on this one, let's do WASD. Pretty common. So for up, this would be W. I hit the W key on my keyboard. For backwards, I hit, let's say, the S key. For left, that would be A. And for right, that would be D. No, I don't have any keyboards for these ones. Again, for this mapping, I can turn the mouse off if I want. Okay, so that's keyboard 1 and keyboard 2. Those are mapped. So let's say player 1 and player 2 are using keyboard 1 and keyboard 2. So that means player 1 should be getting access to the arrows, and keyboard 2 should be getting access to the WASD keys on the keyboard. So let's just click off this, close the menu, and see if that works. So I'm going to hit the arrows. As you can see, player 1, I'm using the arrows to control player 1, and player 2, WASD, I can do them both at the same time. That's fabulous. Player 3 and player 4 are still just hanging out. This is kind of fun already. Anyway, let's map player 3 and player 4. I need 2 more mappings, and I want to use a gamepad. So for player 3, let's say, we're going to create, we'll do Xbox first. I have an Xbox controller hooked up, so we'll do this one first. Move forward. I'm only going to use the left stick on this guy. So left stick up. I have an Xbox controller in my hand, and I'm hitting the axis. So move backward. This is the left stick. I'm moving down on the left stick, which is fantastic. Move left. Done. Move right. Done. Okay. I'm not using the mouse or the keyboard here, so might as well just disable them here. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do the PlayStation. You can call them whatever you want. You could say this is John's PlayStation or whoever, because you could have multiple people that are using these. They use the same type of controller but have different configurations. But we do definitely want to make sure it's mapped to a PlayStation 3 controller. So I'm going to pick up the PlayStation 3 wireless controller, move forward. I'm going to use the left stick. We'll use the right stick. Why not? Right stick up. Move backward. It's going to be right stick down. Move left. Right stick left. And I'm just hitting these keys as I go. Alright. So there you go. So if I click off, I'm going to use my PlayStation because I have it in hand. This is player 4. I should be able to move around. Oh, sorry. I did the mappings, right? But I didn't assign them to the player. Sorry about that. So player 4, let's do PlayStation. Player 3, Xbox. So now clicking off. Let's make sure those are good. Oh, sorry. I have to select the gamepad, so hopefully we'll automate this so that if you select PlayStation, there's only one PlayStation, this will select automatically. Here's the 4 gamepad slots, here's the PlayStation slot, here's the Xbox 360 slot. So I'll try and automate this in the future. Let me write that down. Okay, so now here's player 4 on the PlayStation with the right stick, and as you can see, I can go slow or fast because the inputs are 0 to 1, not 0 or 1, which it would be with the keyboard. And then I'm going to put that down, grab my Xbox controller, and use the left stick, and I can draw with the left stick. So here's me, 2 controllers, Xbox, PlayStation, left and right stick, and then putting those down, keyboard. I'm kind of synchronizing, but you can do whatever you want. So 4 players, 4 different input devices, all managed from this menu. So the next thing I'll show here is a new game. And again, this is all done with individual URLs with local storage, so you can just switch games instantly. This is Mars. It's a voxel-based, kind of like Minecraft, but with using marching cubes for rendering. And this game I have pre-configured for both keyboard and the Xbox 360 controller. I have a little bit of a bug. I have to refresh to get WebGL to work. So if I launch it, I have this plugin built in to this game. I have keyboard and Xbox, and currently player 1, there's only one player. It's hooked up to keyboard, so I'm going to press keys on the keyboard. I can run around. I can cycle through my menus with the keyboard. I can make myself an admin so I have unlimited inventory. Put some stuff down. And then let's say I don't want to use the keyboard anymore. Let's just switch it up. Player 1 is now using Xbox. Click off, and I have the Xbox controller in my hand. And then make sure I have my Xbox controller selected. I hit A. It allows me to select it again. This will be a little more streamlined, but you will have to press the button in order to activate it per game. And then there we go. So now I'm with my Xbox controller. It's nice again because you get the 0 through 1 situation where it's like you go slow or fast, slow or fast, and it feels just like any other video game you play in first person with the controller. And it's very intuitive. I have the same controller set up. My D-pad is, and my axes are all used pretty well. So here you go. Very quickly, I'm showing you a couple examples of using this plugin to manage any type of input. And at any time, you can modify your mappings with this UI that's built into the plugin. Change up your configuration. So there's more enhancements to come. Just search for inpoot, inpoot.com, and that'll get you to the right place. We should have the source code up here within a week or so. So if you enjoyed, give us your suggestions. Enjoy. Bye.